Alrighty, welcome to the news roundup for the past 7 days. Let's begin. So the biggest news first, of course, is the fact that Sony announced their VR headset titled Project Morpheus. I'm pumped. That thing looks gorgeous. Whereas the Oculus Rift, this big clumpy thing, Project Morpheus looks slick, it looks sleek, it looks cool. People got some hands-on demo time with it, and they said that it is very comfortable, doesn't hurt the bridge of your nose or your cheekbones. They've also put a big emphasis on sounds to make sure there's 360 sound the whole time. The games they showed off are pretty simple. Some of them are just using the Move controllers to wield a sword, nothing too crazy. What I am happy about is the fact that there are now 2 VR headsets going, the Oculus Rift and now Project Morpheus, because competition breeds creativity. And I cannot wait for the idea of getting those out there, put it on and just, I don't know. Well, I know you can. You probably won't be able to play games like Dead Space or stuff like that on it. But the games they develop, I'm hoping for a proper scary game using. Oh, that'd be great. So some of the details for Project Morpheus include the fact that it will have head tracking of 1,000 hertz. I'm not quite sure what that means. 360 degrees, I know what that means. And 3 meter working volume. Sure, sounds good. I'm happy. That thing looks cool. It says it will work the PS4, and I'm hoping that it's not too pricey when it comes out. If it was €100, I'd go for it. If it was 200-300, I might be a bit iffy. But either way, I can't wait to see what they do next with it. They're still in the prototype stage, but fingers crossed that thing becomes a beauty. So, big news for Far Cry 4. It is confirmed to be set in the Himalayas. This comes to us by way of Eurogamer, one of their close sources. And what's more is it will be revealed in full at E3. Making E3 even more must-watch. E3 is just beautiful. I love watching E3. Sitting down for 3 days and watching press conferences. I love it. It's great. But anyway, makes E3 even more must-watch this year. Batman Arkham Knight Batmobile details. You'll be able to call it anytime you want. Just point at the ground where you want while you're gliding and it will eventually meet you there. I don't know how I feel about Arkham Knight. Whereas Arkham Asylum I really liked. I enjoyed learning the landscape of the prison. I enjoyed going back to areas that I passed and figuring them out, Metroidvania style. Arkham City was a bit too open world. I didn't like it as much. I didn't have as much familiarity with it as I had with the prison. And with Arkham Knight being even bigger, I don't know. I don't know. You know what? Rocksteady can pull off anything, so I'm sure they'll pull this off. Having a Batmobile is a cool thing, and I hope it doesn't become just a novelty that wears off after an hour or two. Hopefully you can upgrade it and add gadgets. That'd be really cool. I want a parachute. What was the movie where it goes up a wall? There's one of the movies where it uses a grappling hook and goes up the wall. I think it's Batman Forever. Might be wrong. That would be cool. A bit unrealistic, but sure, yeah, I'd take it. So do you know that new Alien Isolation game? The one that looks to be the closest representation of the Alien movie. Alien Clone Marines was a bit of a disaster. This game, Alien Isolation, looks to actually give you the thrilling fear of being hunted by an alien. And one of the details that came out of their developer diary is the fact that some of the encounters can last well over 30 minutes. So you'll spot the alien, you try and hide and get away from it, but while trying to survive you can spend 30 minutes running away from it. That sounds... I want it. I want that. I definitely want that. I want that with the VR headset. I want to play that with a VR headset in the dark by myself and be scared to Kingdom Come. That's what I want. They should get in talks with Sony and Oculus Rift for sure. That game looks fantastic. There's trailers up for it. Watch them all. Oh, it looks so good. So do you remember The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt? It was one of our most anticipated games of 2014. Well, it was delayed until 2015. And a NeoGAF member by the name of Boskee, Boskee, analysed the financial reports of CD Projekt Red, the developers behind The Witcher 3. And he came to some conclusions as to why it was delayed. And the reason behind pushing it back to 2015 is because there would be less competition, an improved effectiveness of marketing campaign targeted at aware gamers and not random gift buys, a better polished game The last 20% of the time stands for 80% of the game's attractiveness, and with more next-gen consoles on the market equals more consumers. All makes sense. The Witcher 1 was good, The Witcher 2 was incredible. Those games can suck you in. So if they want to push it back a little bit to make The Witcher 3 as good as possible, I'm okay with that. I'm going to put in 50 hours into it anyway, so when it comes out, I'll be on board. And finally, Dark Souls 2 came out this past week, and it wasn't quite up to scratch in terms of the graphics, as what was promised. Take to mind that the gameplay was still fantastic, and it was critically acclaimed and sold relatively well. I'm not sure about the exact figures at the moment. Not bad for a game that comes out the exact same day as Titanfall. It did quite well. So one of our reviewers, Nathan Hughes, noted that the game ended up being a disappointment in the graphics department compared to what Namco Bandai has been promising prior to release. So Namco Bandai and From Software released a joint statement, and according to their statement, the game was constantly being readjusted to help make a balance between good graphics and gameplay. Ultimately, the graphics were toned down to help make the gameplay even better, which was certainly the right call for a game like Dark Souls 2. So they were a bit too ambitious when they released the trailers showing that crazy lighting effects that they had to take out because frame rate was stuttering. They did note that they were working diligently to make sure that the PC version of it is, this is an exact quote, a top-notch experience. Which I am for sure, absolutely. Which kind of got me thinking, if they're doing a PC version, and the PS4 and the Xbox One's architecture is quite similar to PC, could we see a next-gen version of the game too? They'd be foolish not to. Obviously they can't announce it now because people wouldn't buy the current gen version. But I'd say within the next year or even 6 months. I'd say in 6 months it'd be announced for next gen and it'll be released within the next year. I'm on board with that. Dark Souls 2 is class. Alright, that's it. Those are the news stories I thought interested me the last week or so. Did I miss anything? Hopefully not. Either way, one of these will be going up every single week. You don't have to watch. You can if you like. You'll be getting 2 doses of my mug every single week. Either way, thanks for watching, folks. Take care.